Okay, so basically my name's CJ, and something that's been on my mind a lot lately is lucid dreaming and crazy dreams that I just keep having. Lucid dreaming is whenever in mid-dream you become conscious of yourself and the fact that you are dreaming, so you can take control of whatever situation you're in and make it something that you want to do. It sounds fantastic, doesn't it? But last night I was actually able to do this, and it was the most terrifying experience in the world. Now, something kind of strange about me is that I always have very intricate dreams almost every time I go to sleep. This dream was so realistic because it picked up from the point to where I fell asleep, if that makes sense. Because before I went to bed, I just came back from my sister's house and I was helping her with her baby. The dream starts whenever she texts me and asks me to come back over and get him because she's tired and he's crying. So I go over there and I get him and I bring him back to my house because she just lives next door. And you know how in dreams your perception gets kind of messed up and things make sense to you that actually make no sense? That was a terrible way to describe that. Well, we were just sitting in my room playing, and sometimes he would be a doll that looked exactly like him, and sometimes he would be a baby. This is just such a messed up dream. I can't believe I'm even sharing this because it makes me sound insane, but it was so scary. So we were just sitting there playing, and he was talking to me. It wasn't just like baby stuff like he says now, like it was full sentences. And finally in the dream it dawned on me that that's not stuff that a baby would say. And so basically, I just said my channel name. That's why I chose it, by the way, is because I say it a lot. But he said something, I don't remember the exact words, but it was along the lines of, "I'm not your nephew." I hadn't even watched any scary movies. The scariest thing I'd watched is Attack on Titan, and it doesn't have anything about this supernatural stuff, which don't get me started on. It's the only thing that I'm afraid of because I don't understand it. But if that's what the dream was hinting at, he was just a really chill demon. Like, he kind of explained to me that's what he was, but he was like, "Yeah, I would like hurt you, I just don't feel like it." Which is kind of hilarious now, but it was very scary in the dream because the power was out or something, so there were no lights. I could just see him like with like a moonlight lighting. And in my dreams, I can still think properly. It's just I don't realize that I'm in a dream. So I started freaking out, obviously, and I was like, do I leave him here or do I go get help? Like, I don't know what to do. But I ended up just like jumping up and running next door to my sister's house and banging on her door. So of course she doesn't answer and be as helpful as probably she would in real life. I decided to keep running, and that's whenever I got the first hint that it was a dream. Because I've read before that whenever you're dreaming, you can't read words on your phone. It's just like a big blur. And that's what it was, because I picked up my phone and I was trying to call my dad while I was running. And I realized I couldn't see, so I just stopped. But I did take note of it in my head. I just hadn't realized that I was in a dream yet. So I run up to my window to see if he's in the same spot as before, and I think that I see the reflection of my eyes. And so once I get closer, I realize that they're not my eyes in the reflection. It's actually him turned around looking at me. It was so scary. But in that moment, I thought, you can't see your reflection in a dream. I didn't even mean to lucid dream. I knew about it, but I never tried to do it before because I don't want that power in my life. And so the last thing I remember is I turned to start running again, and I wake up. It felt like I was in a movie. Like, I sat up and I was like, oh my gosh. And I felt strange. Like, I couldn't go back to sleep. I just stayed up the rest of the night and the rest of the day. It was terrifying. Please tell me if you've experienced anything with lucid dreaming, and maybe it's not all terrifying, I just had a bad experience, because I would love to know. But coincidentally, I've been keeping a dream journal recently, and so I might share a few of my craziest dreams with you. Usually when I start writing in this, it's kind of in the dark in my room, and I do it as soon as I wake up because I don't want to forget about it. Because I kind of wanted to do a video about my dreams because of how crazy they are, but I'll just give you the gist of a few. Although I have had like one really insane one, so if you want to see a video for that all by itself, just let me know because it's the craziest dream I've ever had. Like, even crazier than the one that I had before. It's just not scary, it's just really weird. But anyway, I'm going to tell you the two that I've had about zombies. These two are like a year apart. I just kind of had a dream about one, and then I remembered one that I'd had like last year, I would like to say. And they were both about me and my sister, strangely. I don't really know how this happened, but I'll tell you about them. This one says, in the store with my sister, it's almost Halloween and we were on a trip looking for costumes when the zombie apocalypse happened. It turns frantic, but whenever we kill a zombie, we can sometimes keep their stuff or an arm or something. Like a video game. I don't know what this means, but it's kind of hilarious. But then I wrote, reminds me of, with an arrow. A few years ago, more like a year ago, I dreamed my sister and I were at my house and she went next door to get something. I ended up going to check on her, I guess because she took too long. I ended up going to check on her, and when I get outside I see zombies approaching. Like, you know, like I remember this. Like in those zombie apocalypse movies, there's like the foggy distance and then like a big herd coming at you. Why do I make this sound so normal? So I take shelter in our shed. We have a shed by our pool. As I'm hiding, I hear this scratching, but it ends up being a dog chewing its way into the shed too. But we were homies. We were sticking together till the end. So me and this random dog are hiding together, and my sister bursts through the door and says that she'll save me. She picks up a ball. She throws it outside, and the dog runs after it. And her plan was to use it as a distraction. This is disturbing that I even thought about it, but it hurt my feelings so much because I love dogs and animals that when I woke up, I was angry at my sister. Like, she was like, oh, you coming over today? And I was like, no. Well, I was about to say no, then I was like, oh wait, that was just a dream. But still, like, why would you do that, Deanna? So then I say she grabs me and rushes me inside the house, but I'm furious. So honestly, I don't disagree with the dream, CJ. And I probably would put an animal's life before mine, in all honesty. But yeah, I don't know if this is normal, and I don't know if maybe sharing this with you is going to make you think that I'm insane. But I have some crazy dreams. And usually they're like pretty happy, just normal ones. But the ones that shock me the most, I like to write them down and tell you about them. Because, I mean, nobody wants to hear about, like, school dreams and stuff like that. But be sure to tell me about some dreams that you've had in the comments, and like this video if you enjoyed the stories, or actually thumbs up this video if you think I'm crazy. And feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. I'll see you next Tuesday. There's a small child over there watching me. There's a window, by the way. I'm not watching children.